In today's video, guys, I'm going to give you an updated version of the best Modern Warfare 2 settings for maximum performance and the least amount of input delay on any PC, guys. In the first place, we're going to take a look at one very specific option in the Modern Warfare 2 configs themselves, guys, which is going to help you so much out with performance. Then I'm going to cover some extra steps and also the best in-game settings. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And now let's get straight into this topic. And yeah, guys, in the first place now, what we want to make is basically apply exactly our current CPU settings into the config. And if this sounds confusing, let me just explain, guys. We have to, in the first place, open up our file explorer and then go under document. Once we're in here, we can now see Call of Duty, then we can see players, and then in here we have options free.call of Duty 2022. Just simply open that one up, guys, and then we already have like sort of this like config file, and you can see I already found it here. It's under system, it's for you, probably gonna be here on the top, so just simply scroll all the way down, guys. It's gonna be completely on the bottom until we can find system. And under system now we have a ton of like things which we can change, but what we actually want to look for is thread count for handling the job queue. And then we have no renderer work count, and it's set to 16 for me. Specifically now, guys, we gotta have a look here. This is basically like your CPU cores, and the maximum which you can put in here is 16. So therefore, if you have like a super high-end CPU, you already know you can put it to 16. But if you have something like a Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7, i7, something like that, guys, you know, like gaming CPUs, we now have to go into a task manager, guys. So just simply open it up, go under performance, and under CPU you can then see how many cores you have available on your PC. For me here right now, I'm rocking an i9 3900K, so therefore I have 24 cores and 32 threads. Well, of course, guys, as you can see, the maximum is 16, so therefore I'm gonna leave it on 16. Let's just say, as an example, you're rocking like an i7 with like 8 cores, 16 threads, then it should say here cores 8, and then you're gonna put in here 8. Yeah, just simply put in here exactly the number of cores which you have on your PC. If you have a Ryzen 5 with, let's just say, like 6 cores, 6 threads, then guys, put it to 6. You guys get what I mean? Exactly. Put it in there, and trust me, your Modern Warfare 2 is gonna utilize the maximum available capacity of your CPU cores. Then just simply go into file, save this here, guys. For me, of course, I can't do it right now because I haven't changed anything, and then you're already chilling with this step. This additional step which you guys definitely want to do is open up your task manager in the first place, guys, and under here now we're gonna go over to details. And once we're in details, we can already see now all the applications and services running on our PC, and you can see now they all have a different amount of memory, CPU usage, and all that stuff which they're taking up. And what we're now going to do is click onto memory once and then again, so we now have them all sorted from basically the maximum RAM usage to all the way to the lowest. And you can see stuff like, I don't know, my Signal RGB controller, which I wouldn't usually need while gaming, is already taking almost 300 megabytes of RAM, which is so much, guys. So therefore, what I could do theoretically is end this task before I hop into Modern Warfare 2. Same with the camera hub, which I use for my Elgato webcam. I could also fully end in the first place. Then we also maybe have some stuff like Wallpaper Engine, Streamlabs OBS, with which I'm recording obviously right now. And just simply make sure to go to this whole entire list and always make sure to disable all the services which you don't need, guys. Especially if they're taking something around 100 megabytes of RAM. On a more RAM limited build, this could already make a huge FPS difference. I'm also going to take a look at the best updated Modern Warfare 2 settings, guys. The only thing under display where you really have to pay attention to is that you have your game actually on full screen exclusive for less input delay. If you have it on window, I know it's easier to tap out and all that stuff, but it will result in higher input delay. Then for screen refresh rate, you gotta keep it to 360, just simply the maximum of your screen currently. For me, it's 360 Hz, so therefore I'm gonna keep it to that. Also going to take a look under quality, guys. What you can see now, I have it on custom because I don't use any sort of upscaling or sharpening tool. I know many people say that NVIDIA DLSS gives you better performance overall, or something like NVIDIA image scaling, but I would personally say most of these actually result in those game crashes, which are super popular as of right now in MW2, and I would rather have a tiny bit worse performance. I'm gonna give you basically settings which will do the same thing, and yeah, they're super balanced for performance. Anti-aliasing in the first place, guys, I like to keep on filmic SMAA 2x, and this is a very specific reason because objects in the distance are gonna get sharper corners, you know? You probably noticed from like if you've played like on an old gen console a game that like objects in the distance, they always had like wobbly edges, houses and stuff like that. Super annoying stuff, and it's gonna mess you up, give you a competitive disadvantage because you can't really spot enemies behind that. Let's just say there's like a window with a lot of textures and all the edges are flickering. You don't want that. So therefore, put it on filmic SMAA 2x, guys, and you're chilling. Anti-aliasing quality itself I have on low because I don't care about the level of detail. I just care that it has a sharp edge, basically. Video memory scale I like to keep on 90, just simply the maximum amount of VRAM you can give to a card. For me, it's a 3070 2070 Ti, so therefore I'm chilling there, keeping it all the way here to the highest. Then guys, over here now to texture, quality and details. We can see now texture resolution I like to keep on normal, just simply for the overall aesthetics to not make the game look like Roblox. Texture for the anti-strafing I like to keep on normal as well. Nearby level of detail, don't really care about it. Those are like small rocks on the ground and stuff like that. Distant level of detail, same thing, applies again. Then we have clutter, draw distance, which are also nearby particles or small items on the ground. Don't really care again about it. Particle quality themselves, also I don't care about how explosions look like. I want better FPS, so therefore keep it on low. Basically anything which has something to do with like particles or like small details on the ground, you can keep it all the way to low, guys. The only thing which I really keep here under details on is bullet impact and sprays, because let's just say as an example, you're walking somewhere and you see shots coming from a different direction into the wall, you know, oh, there's an enemy. Shader quality I like to keep on low, guys, because shaders are so hardware demanding. Keep them on low, guys. Installation, guys, for me personally I like to keep on all because it makes sure to render all the objects. Again, this is more like a visually pleasing part. If your PC can handle that, keep it on, or put it maybe on near or on off. This is like all up to you. Terrain memory I like to keep on maximum because it basically helps the maps and like overall the gameplay to load faster. Let's just say as an example that you give it maximum amount, it can faster render textures and objects in the distance. Super helpful. And then once we scroll down a little bit here again, guys, we have streaming quality, which I like to keep on low, volumetric quality on low. Then we have something like water physics quality and all that stuff, keep it on low. I don't simply care, guys, I just want the best performance, so therefore make sure to put it on low. Once we now go over to shadow and lighting, guys, you can see shadow map resolution very low, screen space shadows on low, spot shadow quality on low. Basically anything considering light and shadows on the lowest possible, because trust me, guys, those are again super hardware demanding. And the same here again, guys, with screen space reflections. Yeah, they're super hardware demanding. Put everything on off or the lowest possible. Of course your game is not gonna look as nice because you don't have reflections of building and like water, you know, and stuff like that, but who really cares about it? We just want the best performance because we want to play competitive, you know, you want to be competitive in Call of Duty. Therefore put everything to the lowest. And now under post-processing effects, the only thing which I have here actually kept on is NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency mode, which actually gives you provenly less input delay in the game, so therefore we're gonna keep it on. And for the rest, depth of field, world motion blur. Why would you make your game blurry for no reason? Like, why would anyone use this? I actually don't get it. Maybe for the filmic aspect, but in terms of like a competitive game, why would you make it extra blurry? Doesn't make sense. I mean, you buy a PC in order to have good graphics, why should you make it blurry? So therefore this is self-explanatory, guys. Just simply everything on off, filmic grain on 0.25, which is the basic one, and then we're already done here, guys. Make sure to apply all of these settings and we're chilling. And as a final and last step, guys, I can only recommend you to watch my latest guide where I show you the best NVIDIA control panel settings with all the tweaks and small changes which you can apply to it in order to get better performance, since there are a few hidden features a lot of people don't utilize which really can improve your FPS and give you better visibility, also in the hidden color section under NVIDIA control panel. And I'm also talking about different low latency modes and which one is the most suiting for your personal setup, guys. So therefore definitely make sure to check out that video, and also don't forget to join our Discord with over 83,000 active members. So therefore if you have any more questions, always feel free to join on there and just simply ask.